This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button, double check it's working properly, because you know these bad actors are working overtime to suppress the channel because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Guys, listen. 17 years after the SEC allowed Bernie Madoff to rob and steal in the market with no consequences, HSBC is still paying the cost of Bernie Madoff's actions. Okay? The SEC had overwhelming evidence of Bernie Madoff engaging in fraud and running Ponzi schemes on the American public, and they sat on the sidelines and they did absolutely nothing. And 17 years later, people are still paying for the SEC's failure to do their job. And that is exactly what's happening again in the United States stock market. We have new Bernie Madoffs who are robbing and stealing from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. And the SEC is doing exactly what they did with Bernie Madoff. They see the overwhelming evidence of the fraud and corruption in the market, and they are practicing willful blindness. Just like they practice willful blindness with Bernie Madoff, the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI, they sat on the sidelines while Bernie Madoff ran a Ponzi scheme on the American people. And now the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are sitting on the sidelines while a lot of new Bernie Madoffs are running Ponzi schemes on the American public, especially in AMC, GME, BINI, NWBO, of course, MMTLP, and a whole lot of other stocks. The evidence of the fraud and corruption is overwhelming, just like it was overwhelming in the Bernie Madoff cases. They knew that what he was doing was not financially feasible. They know it made no sense mathematically, but they practice willful blindness to the fraud and corruption. And now we're seeing the exact same thing in the United States stock market. We're seeing dog pool volumes over 80%. We're seeing FTDs. We're seeing stuff living on the threshold list. But somehow the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI don't see anything that requires an investigation. And you know what that tells me? That in 17 years from now, we're going to be seeing people setting aside billions of dollars to fight all the lawsuits that's going to be caused because the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI continually refuse to do their job when the 1%ers are engaging in criminal activity, and they are robbing from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to me. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think in 17 years there are going to be people paying billions because of the lawsuits around all the fraud and corruption in the market today that the SEC allows to go on with no repercussions? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. And I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.